let's see how this works, okay? We were talking about the person receiving listening. He wants to achieve the state of clear, but he's not clear yet. So we call him pre-clear. So pre is before. So before a person can be clear, he's pre-clear. And a pre-clear is one receiving listening. Okay, and we have this guy, and he's a listener, and he wants to bring the pre-clear to the state of clear. Okay? And the first thing I told you today when we started is that this is an applied spiritual philosophy. Good. So can we do now a little bit aplikavana? Okay. So we need pre-clear and we need listener. Okay. So let's match up into couples. Okay. When you do the drill, when we do the drill, any difficulty you have, don't talk out loud, raise your hand. Now, I have only 43 years of experience with this, and Dima is full-time listener, 28 years. In this profession of listening or auditing, Dima is one of the top in the world. This is true. We have a few people here who have received auditing from Dima. Hanka, you're with Dima?
Yes.
Yes, and he's okay?
Yeah.
Yana? Yeah. Okay, so Dima is very good. So if we work and you have a difficulty or a question, raise your hand, okay? Good. Now you have the book, and we will learn how to do the recall process. Okay? Now it's very simple. So the only mistake you can make is make it complicated. It's very simple. If you do what is written, it's very simple. And the goal is to improve memory. We have only 3 basic questions or commands, okay? We ask the other person, can you recall an incident in which something happened? Now, we are trying to bring up from our memory a pleasant incident. We call it a pleasure moment. Something good that happened to us. Now, in our mind, the nice things, the good things get confused with the bad things that happen to us. In our diagram, in the simple diagram that we do, we show aware mind, reactive mind. But this is simplistic. This is simple. Actually, aware mind, reactive mind have a lot of interconnections. And that is why when we try to have fun, something bad can happen to us. Because the reactive mind goes into operation.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works, okay? I can explain, but we said aplikava.
Aplikovaná.
Aplikovaná. Okay, so let's do aplikovaná. So we have 3 questions. First one, can you recall an incident in which? Okay, and then we say, can you recall another incident of the same thing? And then number 3, recall the earliest moment or the earliest incident. Okay, now we have here, next page, we have the full procedure and the subject that we ask about. Because every memory that we have has a lot of perceptions in it. We remember what we saw, we remember what we feel, we remember colors, emotions, pressure, what we hear, what we see. So there are a lot of parallel perceptions coming in to our mind. So let's just drill it. So decide of the 2, who was first the listener and who was first the pre-clear. So, okay, let's just drill this. So the listener asks the pre-clear, can you recall an incident in which, and number 1 of the list here. Then we want the pre-clear to concentrate on a specific perception. So you ask, what was the colors in the incident? Now, when the person says that he can recall, you say, you let him tell you about it. Oh, it was this and this. The question was, can you recall in which you enjoyed life? So he talks about it, okay? And then he asks him, what was the color in the incident? Okay, and the person tells you. And then you ask the pre-clear, can you recall another incident of the same thing? You enjoyed life, and you ask them then, what was the colors? And then number 3, recall the earliest incident you can of the same thing, you enjoyed life. And then you ask again for the color. You do these 3, and then you go back to 1 with number 2, you felt enthusiastic. You do the 3 with not color, with smell. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay? Yes, on 1 minute. How's it going? Okay? Yeah. Good. Now, we're doing just a very small demonstration because here we have the end phenomena is when we take it longer and we work on it, we experience a change, okay, in memory, in our mood, in our emotional condition. But we have to continue a bit longer. We will do just a bit more now, the other direction. We will reverse. So if you were pre-clear, you will now be listener. Tamara, you will be pre-clear, okay? So he will do this to you. We will switch the roles. So how did it go?
Tak jak to šlo?
Yeah, you had fun, Tamara, yeah?
Bavilo vás to?
Wow! Can you tell us about it?
Yes, it's Czech.
Okay. Good, tell me what it is.
Yeah, it was that she recalled a moment when she accomplished something, and she wanted to get her parents out, but they didn't want to, so she actually cut her fingers, so they needed to go to the hospital. So she accomplished that.
Wow, good. Anybody else want to share with us an experience or something that happened on the process? Ivana.
She recalled the thing when she accomplished something, and it was when she was around 5.
Wow.
And she was riding a bike, and she was not really holding, just leaning towards each side, and it actually worked out, and it was down the hill, and it was nice.
Wow, good. Okay, good. So this is just a very small demonstration of this process. In the book, in the Life Power book, which I think you can buy in Czech today, maybe they give you a discount today, you have all the data and much more information about this and also about the clearing process, okay? And we have here a very professional listener, Veronica. Please, Veronica. And Veronica spent, I think, 4 months in our center in Haifa, Israel, to learn how to do this. So if you're interested, please come to Veronica.